Sway City Muay Thai Podcast, here with Black Lightning, Johnson Nasona, my buddy. So how you doing?
Honestly, I'm a little bit tired, like I told you earlier on, but also excited for my little trip tomorrow.
Tell people you tired. They don't know you. Like, I'm never tired. I'll
Never
destroy
tired.
all fucking competition.
I mean, I guess that's why they call me Black Lightning, right? Superheroes don't get
This
tired.
motherfucker's fast. That's why they call you fat fucking Black Lightning, because you're quick.
I mean, that's the only reason you gotta let them know that I'm tired, though. You know,
Yeah.
so then they can think I get tired, and then I switch it up on them later on.
A little rope-a-dope action.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, everybody should recognize you from the hat and all that stuff. So, why don't you go ahead and tell people what you got coming up?
Well, I'm actually going down to South Carolina tomorrow at 7 a.m. to do a 3-day seminar with one of my old friends and also one of your teammates as well, Donnelly, and I am excited. Other than that, nothing really on the books yet. I'm still waiting to see who I'm going to fight next.
Yep. And you're currently under One Speed Management, Eddie Blackburn and all that, right?
Yeah, I think it's been 3 or 4 months since I've been with them.
Excellent, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Eddie's also, long-term friend. I know you train out of 10 Kicks up in Seattle.
Yeah, one of the best gyms in Seattle, honestly. If you have not checked us out, you got to stop by.
Pretty sure he meant the best gym. That's what you're supposed to plug your gym. But we're the best gym in Seattle. I think
mean-
that's what you're supposed to say.
We are the best and one of the best.
Right, Stanley? Right?
He's going to kick my ass later on when he sees that.
I got you. I mean, I never say that because I host about our gym, but obviously if you're a competitor, you should be feeling pretty confident about your gym. I hope.
Yeah, very confident, but also humble.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Humble comes with that fucking getting your ass kicked. I don't think that happens to you very much.
Oh, definitely not. But then again, but
Oh shit! If you guys notice a little different dynamics, because me and Johnson know each other real well. I'm giving him a hard time this whole time, just low key. But yeah, man, just like I said, known each other for a while. Met you back at you don't even I think remember this because I look way different. But back when you used to go up to the UFC gym in Roosevelt,
that was so long ago.
I know.
You were there?
Yeah, but I was not fighting at the time, and I gained some weight, so I probably look way different. And I was bald. So we've talked about this, but you're like, I don't remember.
I gotta go through all the pictures.
It's all
from back
good.
then.
So I don't even know if we took pictures back then, but Taki used to come up, and that's the one. That's who got me to go up there a long time ago. So
Well, I mean, that makes sense. Taki always used to come up and beat my ass and laugh at me. And then, of course, I stole all of his tricks.
I want to say the southpaw shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and then the spinning kick, and then the laughter, of course, and pointing.
He's super nice. He's like, oh.
Got you.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So it came down a little bit early today. Hit some pads here in the garage for a bit.
He definitely kicked my ass and made me tired.
You didn't seem like it. You're just starting to sweat. I was like, all right, we should probably call it before sitting here doing a podcast all sweaty.
I mean, we should have put that in the podcast, too, though.
What?
Me hitting the pads.
I mean, you recorded it. You can put that up later.
Yeah, I did. Just wanted to see.
But yeah, so another quick thing is you're currently sponsored by Relentless Mouth Guards.
Yes, I am.
So yeah, so we're happy to sponsor you. You always put on a good show, do great things. So we made you a mouth guard, nice red one with some gold teeth. And you got another one coming here later. So hopefully it'll be done, should be done by the time that you take off for South Carolina.
I mean, I'm definitely excited to see the new one. And if you guys have seen the one they Relentless made for me last fight, honestly, it just fits so snug. And it made me comfortable just to sit there and actually fight, I think I got hit that first round right after the bell rung. And there's actually a picture that you can see of my whole entire jawline just go through. And afterwards, I was still smiling. Like, it felt like I didn't get hit at all. It was perfect.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that it locks. I mean, I'm not glad to hear. I know that they fucking lock in because I make them. Shout out to Jeff Hoiby, Jeff the ref. He was the one, partnership. Jeff taught me everything I know on how to do this stuff. So, it wouldn't exist without him. So, I always want to give Jeff his shout out. So, but yeah, I'm glad to hear it locks in. Means we did our job right.
Definitely. I mean, I still remember that first mouth guard that Jeff made for me. I think I had that mouth guard for about 3 years.
He made me one, and then my dog ate it. And this sounds like your homework shit, but it ain't. It's like the thing that you don't want to lose, not make an excuse for not having. But so I had him make me a second one a couple of years later, and I think that was in 2014. I've been using the same one ever since. I still used it last week when I was sparring.
Did he make you that little triple layer one?
I don't know if it's a double or triple layer, but it's nice and thick, locks in. The best part is like you gotta pop it out. Like that thing should not come out when you get hit. Like it should just be an exact mold to your exact teeth. And that just kind of goes to show like not all mouth guards are custom fit mouth guards are made the same. Like I've known people that have bought them from other competitors and stuff like that, and they've said the same thing. Juan Jackson, for example, like he had just gotten an Impact mouth guard right before I had started those. And he's like, he popped mine in, he's like, fucking so much better. So I was glad to hear that. And that was right when we had started. And, it's 10 times better than a boil and bite. And a lot of times when it's made with care, you're going to notice that it fits snugly. It's not going to poke your gums, hopefully. And if any adjustments need to happen, I make them usually on site or get back with somebody really quick and get it done.
I mean, I definitely feel the difference of it because I had an Impact mouth guard, I think, that Silver Reef fight that I had with Koga or with... that
was War, I believe.
Yeah.
War Championship, Landon show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Juan was there. And honestly, I felt it kind of fall apart while I was in the ring. Like, they were so skinny. Like, I feel like it was that thick. Not thick, but, like, it didn't go all the way up to my gums at all.
Okay.
So it felt like a boiling bite, but then again, it wasn't.
Right.
It was an impression. But, yeah, I can definitely feel the difference with relentless mouth guards.
Well, thank you, man. I mean, and thank you to the rest of the community. We're out there. I got a booth on Saturday, July 11th. I'll be out Green River Community College for Redemption Cage Fights, Travis Dorge's card. So stop by the Relentless Mouth Guard booth. We'd be happy to get you a mouth guard impression kit. You can go do the impression kit yourself, or you just get your DIY kit. We'll have a couple boil and bites and stuff. We're doing our first edition run of those. We'll have a little bit of merch, things like that. And I'll also be helping Jeff the Ref do a little bit of judging.
You excited for that?
Oh yeah, I love judging. Dude. Cage side seat, I get to watch intently on how exactly this action's happening.
Yeah.
And it's not just like a VIP seat. You're cage side. Like when people come smashing into you, you got like 6 inches. Like the last time I had blood all over my phone. It's like, all right, it's real. Shit's real out there.
I mean, you're in with the action.
Yeah, it's pretty close. And again, shout out to Jeff for helping me out. I told him a long time ago, and this goes for everything, is that I want to make my living inside of combat sports. So, with the mouth guard, with the podcasting, with various other duties I can do inside of that, and just provide value back to the community because, again, just going through the last 15 years of doing Muay Thai and now being a coach and doing all this stuff, it's what I want to do. A day job, I've had plenty of them, been in management, we were talking about, I was a journeyman meat cutter, all this stuff, and my desire is always to get done with that shit so I can go to the gym.
Yeah. Man, you definitely have done a lot for the community itself, especially with coaching and everything of that sort. And then now with the mouth guards and, for the first time ever stepping on, dang, I'm exhausted, bro.
First time ever stepping on what?
The first time ever not coaching, but what do you call it? When you cut that part out.
This one.
Reffing.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I haven't reffed outside of the scrapyard. Shout out to my boy Steve Hagara, Fire Chicken. He let me ref a fight out there. But judging, yeah. So I always actually make that mistake. I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to be reffing. Or no, I mean judging. Yeah, shout out to Jeff for letting me help judge fights and stuff like that. And that's it's a different kind of focus that you have to have because you have to understand the sport, first of all. If you don't know combat sports, it's not the best industry to get into if you don't, or for judging and especially reffing if you don't understand the sport specifically or haven't trained in it. I think anything can be done. You can learn anything by spectating, but the experience level just doesn't hit that that acceptability for a lot of people. A lot of people want to know that you're experienced in what you're doing and what they're doing. So same thing for like coaching. You see more and more people not having fought being a coach now, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody that's done that. So no, like, and hear me out. I don't know why you're laughing, but no, I'm serious. I am serious. Johnson's making it unserious. All right. Because I've seen people do a valid job at it. Not a lot. It's not like everybody that fucking hasn't fought that steps into coach has done a good job, but I've seen it happen. I've seen other people be good coaches. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're coaching world champions at that. You know what I mean? You can still be a good coach, and the criteria is going to be based on each other individual. Like your criteria is going to be different than mine, and so forth. Yeah. But the overall consensus is you do want to have somebody that has fought or has the experience in there and can draw on like, this is what happened to me. Now, everybody else's experience is going to be limited to their experiences. So unless like I said, some people, they're only willing to learn from another world champion. Well, a lot of world champions didn't have to figure it out the same way that people that have struggled through the sport did.
But then again, world champions don't even know how to coach per se.
That's my point.
And I mean, within those individuals that have never competed at all, I mean, they can be very analytical in a way by watching a whole bunch of fights and kind of going back and doing, I don't know, video work and just watching old fights itself and understanding how the other person moves and trying to analyze all that, because I know I'm very analytical. Mm-hmm. So being able to understand that and being able to speak it out in a way. Mm-hmm. And because I know when I started coaching anyways, I was not able to articulate. Right. So if they're able to articulate it in a way where somebody else can understand it, they can technically be a great coach without having that experience.
Yeah.
But,
well, there's a lot that goes into being a coach. Like you said, being able to articulate certain things or even deliver a message and hold the attention of a room. Like that's hard. That's public speaking, and just all the other things that go to it. Like, and I think that having the fighting experience develops the trust right off the bat. Like, who am I learning from? But it's not like the end all be all. It's not like the only reason people show up.
It's definitely from the confidence factor as well. How you deliver those, like you said, the delivering of your words and speaking out to people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've also noticed that a lot of people, when they do come in and they know that you're a fighter and that you have this sort of credibility, a lot of times when they come in there, they kind of have like this, all right, we'll see what you got though.
Oh my God. Actually, it's funny because this is not the first time you've done the podcast. When Stanley and Loren were here as well, Stanley called that out. And he's like, this is the sport where you constantly have to prove how valid you are to everybody else, your peers and people you don't even know on social media, stuff like that. And you get a ton of criticism and you do get praise as well. But like, how, even if they're not saying it, I even do it. I'd be like, that person's trash. Oh, that person sucks. Like, why is that person a coach? And then on the other side of that coin, I'm like, damn, I love this person right there. And then you can find out, you're like, that person isn't like a high level fighter or isn't like a champion or doesn't have like that good of a gym, but they have a good analytics. So again, what are you judging in that moment? You know what I mean? Like, are you judging just one angle,
I mean, I completely understand that in a way.
There's just a lot to it.
There is a lot. But a lot of times for me, it's like that one little thing, as you stated, walking in and seeing like, do you really know what you're doing? And then you sit there and watch them for a little bit and like, okay, you kind of do know a couple things.
Yeah.
But from my standpoint, I've gotten to the point where I don't really care what people think at all. Well,
that's actually a good point, because we'll just cover a little bit of that real quick. So your amateur career, you had quite a few fights. I can't remember your record exactly, but I know it's up there.
I feel like 1 year I fought 12 times.
Yeah. Aren't you like 22-3 as like an amateur or something wild like that?
Yeah.
Somewhere up there. Anyway, like I don't know your numbers, but shout out to Eddie Blackburn. We were talking. He's like, fucking Johnson has this like combined record, because you're like, what? You're 4-3 as a pro?
Yes.
You're 4-3 as a pro. So they're like, all right, so they look at your combined record and like, oh shit, this dude's got a fucking like, all right, you got 6 losses and 32 wins type or something like that. You know, I don't fucking know. But when you get to that level of experience, and I'm not talking about, you know, first 5 fights to where you're starting to learn like where you're at, you know, or like you've got your feet under you now, you know, like what kind of fighter you want to be probably, but maybe you haven't graduated to the next level.
Still waiting on graduation.
But you know what you're looking at now, and you've seen a bunch of opponents, you've seen people like, and that's the highest test that the sport has to offer. There's the pro fights, right? So pro fights and then title fights.
Yeah.
Title pro. And there's a lot of people that will say like the UFC and stuff like that. And I think that's the past. Now I think that you can have that level of skill at any promotion.
I mean, I agree with that. It's like before this when we were talking about there's like pro and then there's pro.
Right. There's beginner pro.
Yeah.
Like every level that you graduate to is another level of difficulty. It's like playing video games. You got the next boss. You got the next boss level and the next boss level. So like when you're going through your smokers, going through the beginner phases, you're going through your classes and your sparring, and now you're out there and you're doing your smokers. And when you're out there doing your smokers, you're like, okay, this is what the next level of competition outside the gym looks like.
Yeah.
And then you get people that are like, I do not want to fucking, they do not want to go and get back in the ring at an amateur level, or like that smoker level is good enough for them.
Yeah.
And you see people that click all in, like, oh no, I want to fight, and then they
fucking
take
love
that
this
first
shit.
amateur fight, and then they get to gauge where they're at there, and then whether they're gonna go all in or they're gonna dabble.
Each time somebody fights itself, they start to realize if they want it or not, and also to see where they're at within their abilities.
It's always a test, right?
Yeah.
You're always.
It's a good contest.
It is a good kind of, well, yeah, I would hope so, because why the fuck would you invest so much? And this is something that, like, I kind of struggle with people, like, honestly, not, if they were a beginner and approached fighting the way that you do in your consistency level, I would have a problem. So, again, so, like, all right, we were talking about this earlier. You're
I
like,
think that had a compliment at first,
Yes.
and then I realized what you were saying.
but no, at first, so I doubt you started off like this, but you're like, yeah, unless I'm like fighting, I don't really, like, I go running, but I don't really train. I'm like, I'm like, so I'm like, well, it's like, I wouldn't tell somebody to train like that, especially to be a high level pro, but it works for you and you know what you're doing well enough. It just, as a beginner, it would drive me fucking nuts. If you're like, I want to fight, I want to be good. And then you're like, just gone for like months. And then you show back up like, all right, I'm ready to fight again. But like, but you already have the skill development behind you. So I see that from a lot of people that say they want to fight at a high level, but then they don't put in the time for skill development.
I mean, definitely, in the very beginning of everything, like, I was at the gym 6-7 days a week.
As much as you probably could.
Yeah, 2-3 times a day. And then after that I was sprinting, and before that I was sprinting and running, and that was going on for what, 10-11 years.
So again, that's why I say, like, it is a compliment that you can pull that off now. It's just if you were in that first 1 to 3 years and that was your level of commitment, I would say you're probably not going to reach those high levels. So again, for anybody listening, especially my students, that's the kind of commitment you need to be there. You know, you don't have to be inside the gym 5 to 7 days, but you need to train like you're there 5 to 7 days. You need to train like you're in fight camp. I think that there's like a percentage for fight camp. Like you think like your car, like you're revving up the engine, right? Yeah. You're developing yourself into like a sports car, you know, and if you're constantly revving it like fucking B-Series Honda, and like you're at 9,000 fucking Type R motor type shit, you're gonna burn out. Like your engine's not gonna last that long. The mileage isn't gonna get that high. But
unless you're a freak athlete, you know.
Well, but then again, if you're a freak athlete, that's probably like your 60 to 70%, where most people that's their 90 to 100%.
Yeah.
You can't always train at the maximum output, but you need to train as if you're still in fight camp. It's just not that intensity, in my opinion. So, like when you're drilling with your partner and it's just class time, that says almost everything to me. Are you taking it casual? Are you crossing your T's and dotting your I's?
Yeah.
Like, are you on your feet? Or, like, I go over this all the time. Like, drilling in class is the time to develop how you're going to fight. Like, I'm going to move like this. And if you're just kind of lazy, you're just kind of going through the motions, it says a ton to me, especially if you're, like, going to be able to do that and then click into, like, oh, now I'm hitting pads. Now it's time to go all out. Now it's time to, start checking those boxes. Or sparring. Or you wait till you're in fight camp to dial those things in. It's too, in my opinion, a lot of the times it's too late.
And that is, especially if you're just starting out as well. Yep. Those very beginning fundamentals, of course, like you said, dotting your I's and crossing your T's, they go a long way. And I've seen that a lot within beginner fighters. Like, well, I'm just going to wait till we spar or hit pads, because I like to do that a lot more.
Yeah. But, well, that's the fun part. Spar, hit pads, even hitting the bag if you're into that. Like, because I really like hitting the bag. But everything has its drawback. You have to do it all. And you have to do, in my opinion, if you want to hit a high level, you need to do it all at the best of your ability. Sure. And if the best of your ability is just showing up, then just show up.
We all start somewhere, right?
We all start somewhere. But you should have that drive in you to want to get better on a daily progression. Like, all right, now I'm leaving the gym and I know I have to refuel. Are you stopping to get fast food that's bad for you? Are you going to go home and you're going to eat your meal prep? Like, where are you at with that? What's the next thing? I know what that grin fucking means. We're sitting here with donuts, so don't, I'm past competition. I'm 41 years old. I'm not getting back in the fucking ring to fight. So I'm going to enjoy a donut from time to time.
I am.
But again, you're a fucking freak. So, like, I refer to this kid. He's one of our students. His name's Jagger. You know Jagger.
Oh, I know. Fast as fucking
He's fast as shit, and he's like, so here's his thing.
You're not faster than me, though.
Here's my thing with Jagger is, like, he has, in my opinion, from what I've seen in my tenure or whatever, he has world class athleticism, but doesn't have world class drive to be a fighter. Like right now, like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if that's not your life's aspiration, then that's fine. Do it as a hobbyist, you know what I mean? And we will provide that, as much as we can for you to facilitate that. But he wants to be a firefighter. Okay. And he's in firefighter school right now. So it's not like he's just aspiring to do that without taking action. So he's actually out there doing it. But
it's almost like a supplement to it then.
Right. Now, if he chose to dedicate himself the way like a high-level pro would be and wants to be, that kid would be fucking world-class at some point. Like, world-class fighter. Derailing injuries and things like that aside. But...
Who gets injured?
I mean, no...
Just joking.
No, let's not get into that. But... Again, like I always say, one of my biggest points is the best people, or the world's best, it could have been anybody. Like, you'll never know the person that could have been the best because they never went in this. But, like, it's just kind of a kudos and a hats off to the people that show up consistently, even if they don't have that world-class athleticism. Doesn't mean, you've seen people with just world-class drive get to the top. And with that drive and that sort of like self-motivation, you can hit the top levels.
It's with like the tortoise in the hair, right?
Yeah. One of my favorite stories. If it's a ninja tortoise. Ninja turtle, but if it's a fucking tortoise. But yeah, slow and steady wins a race. But slow and steady, show up. You gotta show up to be slow and steady.
What is that movie where I remember this comment or
Ninja Turtles?
No, not that. It's like goodness.
They make a tortoise and the hare reference in that movie. He's like watching it and he's like, ninja kick that fucking rabbit. I know my shit. I mean, a little bit.
The Hustle and Flow, I think it's called, where he's like, it's not about the size of
the dog in the fight,
yeah,
or dog in the fire and the dog.
Yeah, so it's like.
I was thinking talk about the white boy that was like, every white guy's got the right to a verse.
Who is that?
I know my movies.
Nah,
it's actually a good movie.
What movie is it?
Hustle and Flow.
Still, man, I haven't watched that in a long. I just remember that
You say
one
still?
statement.
Like, that's ludicrous because he's in there. That's why you remember it, huh?
No, it's that one Mexican dude that said it. It wasn't ludicrous. I was like, was it Hustle and Flow?
It's Hustle and Flow. So they're sitting at the table and they're like, their buddies are like old school sayings like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's not the size of the dog in the fire. It's the size of the, and they both say it, fire in the dog. Yeah, I know my movies. I grew up in front of the TV.
I'm about to find what movie I'm talking about later.
So you're talking about a different movie.
Yeah, I think I'm talking about a different one. I will figure it out later. But
You're going to be on the plane and get off the plane later and be like, it's this fucking movie. And we
I'm
get
gonna
a...
process that shit all day long. It's just gonna be stuck in the grain.
So what are you looking forward to when you go to South Carolina over there? What are you looking forward to teaching?
Oh, the teaching aspect of it, I'm still putting together the curriculum. I am horrible at planning. But mostly I'm that southern country.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Donnelly said that they do these things called trail rides, where they just take trucks and, of course, down the trail. And then
I mean, they do that out here too, just a heads up.
it's not the same thing.
Yeah, this is Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of trails to fucking ride.
I mean,
I'm not saying there ain't down there, but hey, the comments are gonna flood out and people will be like, bro, ORV track, you know.
see, the trail rides I'm talking about is a whole bunch of people that wear cowboy hats, boots, and buckles, and then they kind
Oh,
of
it's just a different culture. Up here, they have beer that tastes like barf, and they wear beanies and beards like mine, and probably a man bun and Crocs.
Man,
But if you call me a fucking hipster or anything like that, we're gonna have some issues.
I mean, I am from Seattle. That's the first thing that came to mind, but
I'm not gonna get into your set of style. Like everybody can see it right now, G.
hey, but I'm very comfortable in my style. I swear everybody loves it.
It's such a signature style for you.
I've had this for,
You're gonna go down there and fit in, though.
I mean, they go all out. I feel like I go halfway.
What is all out, like rhinestones and shit?
Nah, like with the big belt buckle and then the whole.
Tell me you don't got a big ass belt buckle.
I ain't got no big ass belt buckle.
Well, you're a
No,
Pacific
not at all.
Northwest cowboy. Then you slacking. You're gonna go to Texas and be like, bro, your belt buckle's fucking. Look at that small belt buckle. Fucking, they're gonna talk some shit.
They gonna forget about that belt.
That's
belt
Hank
buckle.
Hill territory. You go to Texas, South Carolina. I don't really know.
Hey, this smile makes them forget, so it's all right.
Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't mess with nobody else who fucking look like you with a fucking cowboy hat. Like, that guy's got like level 14 confidence.
Yeah, maybe I just need to humble it down a little bit and then give him a little frown.
Just-
Nah, it's not even possible for me to frown.
Yeah, I keep thinking Texas now, but you ain't going to Texas. But like, watch out, they strapped. But
I mean, I wish. I feel like I was born a Texan.
so, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your background? We talked about the fighting. We've talked about, you've been on before. We've gone over your fight career. But, where'd you come from? Like, how'd you get up, like, what draws you to the Pacific Northwest versus moving maybe down to the South or anything like that? Like,
I mean, honestly, I've been contemplating about moving down the South. But I think my family moved up here when I was 6 years old from Africa. And of course, I didn't have a choice.
you've told me that, but I don't think the viewers have seen that.
I mean, if they watch me online. But no. I moved up here when I was 6 years old with my mom and my older sister. And of course, single family household. Didn't know a lick of English.
Okay.
And grew up down in Auburn and got in a whole bunch of trouble.
Usually
Like
that's
all
what
of us.
happens when you're in a new culture.
Yeah. But one of the biggest things my mom did when she figured out that I was getting in a whole bunch of trouble, of course, involved with like juvie and all this other good stuff, she sent me to Africa and said that we're going on vacation.
Like, we're going to fix you.
But it was cold. She bought me an iPod Touch back then, a laptop, everything I wanted. And we're going on vacation. And then we get to Sudan. We spent about a month or so in Khartoum and then went to Juba, visit some family. And she's like, we're going to go and take a look at some boarding schools for your cousin. So then we ended up taking this bus that I swear the axles were going to fall off. And like they had some of the roads, It's like going alongside the mountain. Almost, you've probably seen it in like Thailand and overseas over there. Like you're literally going alongside the mountain. It's
Yeah,
one road.
completely
You look-
unregulated. Yeah.
Yeah, you look over, you're like, are we gonna fall off? But
Damn.
in Uganda, we went to like 6, 7 different boarding schools. I was like, yeah, I like this one. And little did I know that I was gonna be left there. And as soon as we were there, filled out all the information, didn't know my name was being placed in there because I was way too much in my own little headspace.
Yep.
And she's like, all right, bye. Took my passport, took everything, and left me there for about 2.5, 3 months, maybe a little bit longer. And I swear, if you guys, like, you know the dominance factor and like, not dominance factor,
Like a
the
pecking
alpha
order?
male
Yeah,
sort of
pecking
thing?
order, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I get there, these 2 kids grab me and is like, we need you to come and talk to somebody. So I go meet whoever the fuck this guy is. And we're sitting there talking, and he wants me to somewhat see him as an upper, what would you call it? Just like
Elder?
look up to him.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm Americanized African, whatever you want to call it. I'm like, what the, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not doing this.
Okay.
But over time, we kind of conjoined and kind of became friends and got to understand each other a lot more so.
And now, how old was this person they brought you to?
He was at least 2 years older than me at the time.
So
when
not
I was-
an adult, just like the older kid of the.
He was 18. I was 16 at the time.
Oh, I thought you said you were. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a teenager.
I was a teenager.
A bad teenager.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
I was a good kid in the very beginning of it.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, you hit your rebellious stage. I mean, a lot of people can understand that. So continue.
So basically, me and him connected and actually became tight friends, and we understood each other and where we were at. But one of the biggest things I remember from that boarding school is where we all slept in. It's like 3, 4-tiered bunk beds. You have this much space in between. Probably have 300 to 400 people in this dorm.
Jeez.
And literally, there's no bars in the window. I mean, there's bars, but there's no windows, of course, at all. And I woke up one morning to a freaking colorful spider. I have never screamed so loud in my whole entire life.
Jeez.
I don't like spiders. But within that aspect, in the boarding school itself, you wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to do school. Like you'd go before school starts to go study. And
Study
then-
for your day.
Yeah, like they give you this worksheet and everything, and then you go back to sleep for about an hour and a half, and then you have breakfast, and then you're in class until like 5 o'clock. So I mean, which explains why a whole bunch of people on that side are a little bit more smarter than here.
Well, and it's very regulated and scheduled.
Oh,
Sounds like.
definitely. And then whip the shit out of you if you're not there. Like they got these bamboo sticks. They ain't hit me though. Nah. It's like not today, Junior.
Oh, I mean,
Not
you look
today.
at you look at a lot of old schooling, like fucking Catholic schools and stuff like that. They'll whoop the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know him anymore, but he's younger and used to work with us at the warehouse, and he went to all boys school back in New York, and only for like a couple of years. But it's like he would tell us, he's like, dude, he's like, and they would release him on like every other weekend or something like that. Like he would get to go home for like a few days, and then they would have to come back. But he's just like, if you wake up and yeah, like you said, you eat, you go to school, you have a break, you eat, you hang out for a little bit, you go back to school, and then you get like 2 hours, 3 hours maybe for extracurricular or whatever afterwards, and then you go to bed. And it's all regulated from the time you get up to the time you go to bed by the system.
It's almost like a
By the
military.
nuns. Yeah.
That way.
Well, I would imagine a lot of people go into the military then experience the same kind of structure.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about going to the military? Or have you? The deep sigh.
So my dad,
Tell me
you ever
more.
seen Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, growing up, that was like how my dad was, gunny. He's not gunny, but he's, he MP and stuff like this, E6 in the military. And this is during the Vietnam era and stuff like that. So he never saw like active duty. His best friend did, and he's on like a full or like 95% disability and all this stuff. So anyway, he got moved around, but for a long time he was in charge of drill and stuff, and a lot of it was for getting people ready to go over there for whatever reason. And I guess because of the high level death rate, like he reached a higher level rank really quick, and he doesn't really talk about a lot of stuff. Like this was not something that he's. As I get older, he'll talk about it a little bit, but when I was a kid, no. he's not talking about that. But I've had some of his friends tell me some stuff about him, and I'm like, oh, he never told me that type of shit. Like, oh shit. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that on the podcast because I don't want to get too deep into like some of the stuff that's happened. But anyway, growing up, I just remember like very scheduled. Like he would be good about some things, but very strict. Like again, trying to not get into too many stories, but I remember getting yelled at for not being able to start the lawnmower. And my mom left when I was 8, or they split when I was 8, and I remember, so they're still together at this point, so it means, and she runs out and she's like, you can't yell at him like he's some fucking new recruit. And he's like saying stuff, he's like, can't fucking start the lawnmower. She's like, he's 6. So, so that's what I remember her yelling in his face when I'm a little kid in the front yard, just like, what the fuck is happening? I guess I'm learning how to mow the lawn today. Anyway. But back to your question, by the time I got to about, junior year, a good buddy of mine was going to the Marines. And I thought, I wanted to do something physical and something to test myself, but I didn't know what the fuck that looked like at that age. If somebody had put me into boxing or Muay Thai or anything like that, I'm sure I would have found it right then. Yeah. But I was all but sworn in, and I didn't pass class senior year. I didn't graduate on time. Okay. And so all the everything stopped, screeching halt for fucking military. Like there was and this is the time where 9/11 had already happened. It was right a couple years after that. So I was I can't remember what year it was, but it was class of 03. Didn't graduate, and basically just started working in the warehouse, and I just said bye to all the military stuff. I remember when I'm talking to the recruiter and all this stuff, my dad's like, I don't think you should go to the military at this point. And I was like, why? He's like, you're just gonna get buried in the ranks. He's like, you're not gonna be you anymore. You're not gonna be able to all your skills, all the things that you're good at, leadership. And he's like, you have common sense. He's like, that's gonna mean nothing to them. You're just gonna go back in, and he's basically breaking it down. And he's kind of talking more about his era military, because I knew a lot of people that were getting back and stuff like that from their tours and stuff like that, and they're just big fat sloppy dudes and stuff like this. I'm like, oh, you're in the military, huh? And then he's like, yeah, blah blah blah, carried a saw gun and stuff. I'm like, okay. I'm like, but you're not really in shape. You look like Gomer Pyle. Grew up being fat kid, so getting made fun of. I'm like, this doesn't make sense in my brain. So it's kind of a good thing I didn't go in. But I did find myself in, as soon as I went to start working at the warehouse when I was over 18, they put me as a supervisor. Okay. So I started to get put into leadership roles right off the bat. So I kind of saw what my dad meant pretty quick. Because that wouldn't have happened. You get promoted and stuff, but it's
take a while.
It's standardized. So it's you have to climb the ranks here. It's not that's the right man for the job, we're going to put him here. So that's kind of what happened, and then never went into the military, obviously, after that. But I just always found myself in leadership roles after that. So
it definitely sounds like you had a better path on that side of it compared to going in.
Especially during, that was 03, that was thick of Afghanistan. If you want to be a Marine, you might be over in fucking Ramadi or fucking these very bad active war zones where SEAL teams are leading Marines, and I still like military stuff because I grew up in a military household. So always war movies, always stuff like that. But I like watching Jocko Willink. Okay. I don't know if you know who that is, but okay. Most people do. And anybody that knows Crew Brian Jones Jr., he's the Muay Thai version of Jocko Willink. So anyway, listening to a lot of his podcasts and just listening to his experience and stuff, in that sort of era, I'm like, oh, okay, this is maybe what could have happened. So it's very interesting. Would have been rough. Been a rough fucking thing. Damn. My cousin's was in the military forever and stuff like that, and I think he was in ROTC, and just seeing kind of some of the stuff that he's told me about, he went through, and some of the things he still currently has to deal with. Doesn't seem like it was would have been the best choice for me. So I'm glad I didn't.
I mean, it's buddy Donnelly that I'm gonna go over there and see in
Yeah.
South Carolina, and also another buddy of mine, good friends.
Well, I
down
mean,
in
you're over
Atlanta.
there in South Carolina. That's Marine area.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna see a whole bunch of Marines then. Hell yeah.
It's
But
one of the two big bases. Again, I don't know military stuff that well, but from what I always remember,
my buddy down in Atlanta, both of them when they got out of the military, they always tell me about their benefits and how shitty, not necessarily the benefits, but the VA, because they have so many
Yeah.
things that ultimately I feel like they should be treated for a lot more so, or handled. a lot
I've
better
heard
if
that
it is-
time and again.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the proper procedures and protocols aren't in place to actually take care of people. It's like too much red tape. So like my buddy Brian, he's just like, oh yeah, I was going through this, and then by the time that like they would have gotten done and gotten through to it, like it wouldn't have been you know what I mean? Like you just hear that again and again. It's like, oh, they're not gonna. It's too much red tape for me to go through to actually get fixed.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. 'Cause I'm not in the military.
I mean, I think
But
you're
this
right
is
from
what I've
all
been
the things
hearing.
I've heard. But I almost went to the military as well. I tried.
You tried.
Yeah, the recruiter talked me out of it.
No shit. That's so recruiter first of all went against his job.
No. He tried to talk me into it, but he ended up talking me out of it from all the stuff that he was saying. It just didn't make sense for me.
Okay.
He talked way too much. I was already wanting to go in, and then he just kept talking.
And you're like, oh, I don't want to do that part. I also don't want to do that part. So like he's
You're not paying me enough.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to live with people. I make enough right now, actually more. And I'm way too hard-headed.
yeah. So hold on, I have to stop. I have to make less money and listen to other motherfuckers that don't have my best interests at heart. Okay. Yeah. It's tough, man. Well, so I'm gonna get back to the boarding school when you're in Africa.
Oh, man.
So you woke up to the spider, but like what's so obviously we went over to like the day-to-day life, you getting dropped off. You were there for a few months. What was it like? Obviously, like finish telling your story about like the day-to-day life, those few months, and then like I want to hear about the transition back here.
Well, within those last few months there, or even in the very beginning, I had to get used to using the bathroom in the little hole that's in the ground.
That would take some getting used to.
Yeah, and it's scary as shit. The first time I actually used one of the bathrooms, it was at my cousin's house. And I walked in, I thought my mom was trying to kill me and throw me in a hole. I was scared for my life. But then sitting there, and then you see the spiders in the side of the little hut, and then you're looking down, and all you got is like this little thin piece of paper that just basically came out of a notebook to wipe your ass with. It was a shocking experience. But within that, I got used to that, and then used to showering. And like they had these showers, open stall, but without it being in a building, there's like 15 of them in a row.
Yeah,
About
it's like a
this
gym
high.
shower.
Yeah, but you have to go get your own water in a bucket, and then wipe down.
Oh, okay.
And then you gotta wash your own clothes as well in that same bucket. But luckily, being me, I found someone to pay so they can wash my clothes for me.
Fucking Americans.
But one of the biggest moments there, I never really liked the food because it was the same thing every single day. It's like beans and like this little doughy substance thing that they use. Like it's almost like fufu. I'm not sure if you've ever heard that.
No. But I've heard the same kind of like a lot of cultures have like your starch based fucking bread. Like Indian culture, you've got the bread that you use to scoop it up and stuff. Like used to go to some Indian restaurants back in the day, and I love that stuff. I can't remember what it's called, but like the little bread that you tear off and you scoop it up, it's fucking fire. But a lot of cultures have that, like naan bread and stuff like that. Yeah.
This is like it's not like naan bread itself. It's literally
You said it's real doughy.
Yeah, they put flour in there and they just put water and then they stir it up and it turns into like this little doughy
Slow dough.
substance. Yeah.
Slow dough, yeah.
And that's the only thing they ate all year round. So I had the principal go get me food almost every single day. And then towards the very end of it, before my mom came back and got me, like I had to take these malaria capsules every morning, and you're not supposed to take it with food. So I took it with food for about 2 weeks straight and just puked.
Oh.
So then they thought I was very sick. My mom thought I was very sick.
Oh, so you're like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna fucking go against the rules a little bit. All right, gotcha.
Yeah. So then she was worried, came and got me, picked me up, and then that's when I got to basically escape boarding school. But
Okay. Do you know if she was planning on keeping you there for a specific amount of time?
Oh yeah, my little sister's still out there. It's been like 2 years.
So you're going back to Africa for boarding school.
Yeah.
Like once you're 18, you can come back to the States if you want, kind of thing. Okay.
Basically.
Wow, that's interesting. So, all right. So you're over there. You're going through all these things. You're 16.
Yeah.
What sort of influence like you talked about having to go and meet like the older kid? Was there like any sort of like draw from like people trying to pull you away from anything in there, or trying to get you to do like I don't know, drugs, or like I don't know, you know what I mean? It was like, what sort of like bad influences were coming from over there?
There really wasn't any bad influences itself. It was mostly like the head guy who everyone brought things to, who did the laundry and all these things. Like he basically ran the school.
Okay.
Without the teachers and everything like that. And he didn't know me because I was like, I just came here because I was causing trouble and being a bad, like, no, you're not going to do that shit to me. We can fight it out.
So what was that like? You get over there and you're the kid from America, you know, you're 16. Did you speak the language over there?
Yeah, I still speak Arabic.
Okay, cool. So you speak Arabic?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Now, what sort of resistance were you getting being that kid? Were you like, oh, what's up? You're the cool guy from America, or they were like, fuck you, American? Like, what was the reception like?
In the very beginning, it was like not necessarily avoidance, but curiosity from the outside. And then once they started to know me a little bit more, then they liked what I brought to the table as in that aspect of it from my...
Like the difference of culture, they were welcomed? You were kind of welcomed? Okay.
I mean, mostly because I also spoke the language. I feel like if I didn't speak the language and only spoke English, it wouldn't have turned out the way it did.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can definitely see that, especially being like just kind of like the solidarity, you know what I mean, without speaking the language over there.
Like the redheaded stepchild in the corner.
Right, right. Okay. So you weren't like met with like you were accepted.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now, when you come back over here, having experienced that...
Oh, I still went back to the same shit.
Did you? Okay.
Instantly.
It wasn't like, all right, you're going to heal up over here in America, Mom's sending you back over because you won't stop fucking around.
Nope, I went back to the same shit. Mostly because, growing up, my mom was always at work. So there was nobody at home.
Yep, I know that feeling exactly.
Yeah. So then, especially being in Auburn itself, Auburn has changed a lot. Mm-hmm. But back then, we were like in Section 8 housing. Yeah. And I go outside, either hang out with people or I stay inside. Mm-hmm. And I don't like to stay inside. My ADHD gets the best of me. So I go outside, I hang out with the wrong groups of people, and I like doing dumb shit. And then one thing always rolls into the next thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much about it, but...
No, I mean, I understand that because, like, after, again, like I talked about, when my mom split with my dad at 8, and then she moved down the road not far from where my dad lived in Spanaway, so it was kind of awkward. So I would spend 1 week with her, and then I would go spend a week with my dad. And, like, I never felt like I belonged at either spot fully. Like, my mom would always be working. She worked 2 jobs, you know, and then there was, like, 2 jobs, no money, but we had a house, and there would be food in the house. So, like, she would make sure... Even if it was cup of noodles, you know what I mean? Like, but there's something for me to put my hands on and eat. So, when I would go through that, like, I would go outside and like I would want to hang out and stuff, and then I recognized the bad influences pretty quick, and I recognized that they weren't my friends, so I'd just be like, they're not my friend, I wouldn't go hang out, or I wouldn't be invited to go hang out because I wasn't friends with anyone. So, not with anyone, but a very limited group of people I would call my friend. And anyway, I can definitely feel the nobody's there at the house. Like my mom, I tell this story all the time. Like my mom used to tease me because I had to do my own laundry. I had to get up, get ready for school, get myself to school, get myself home, do my homework, feed myself, get home later, blah, blah, blah. So I remember doing my own laundry, and one day she's like, oh, that's why you always smell. She's like, you're supposed to put soap in this, right? And I'm like, couple years probably into doing this, because, yeah, judging by, if I can remember correctly. But, then I always tell this other joke because like when she split with my dad, there's no money, so she's like, I would talk to her when we were driving to and from places. That was my time to talk to my mom, and she's like, or at first she's like, don't ever fucking ask me for anything. Like, don't ask me for, no. I mean, I'm 8, so don't ask me for no toys, or don't ask me for no new clothes and stuff. Like, you get what you get. And she meant it. So I always make the joke that my mom's the white lady from Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
The mom in that show. My mom's the white version of that. With 2 jobs. So anyway, I remember she's like, I got you something. I'm like, for real? You got me something? Like, I thought it was like she was going to hook me up with something.
Soap?
No. She hands me a stick of deodorant. So I was just like, and she's like, you need to start using that every day because you smell. I'm like,
Thanks.
okay. And then probably she moved way out, away from where my dad lives when I was 15, so about 7 years later. So it's in that span. Obviously, I'm not 15 going with no deodorant. It's probably like 11 or 12 or whatever age you fucking start wearing deodorant. I don't remember, but I remember that fucking vividly.
Axe spray.
No, that didn't exist yet.
No?
No. This is Adidas cologne, the first gen. You don't even know what that is.
I'm like thinking of the powdery or like the gel.
Oh, I had I think it was gel. It was like gel just started coming out for deodorant.
Yeah.
Back then it was the white stuff or the spray. Because I remember I'd go to my cousin's house and he'd be like, psh. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? You're spraying Lysol on yourself? He's like, it's deodorant. I'm like, no, it ain't. But I didn't know any better. But yeah, man, those I obviously didn't have your situation where they shipped me off to fucking Africa, but
I mean, I don't blame her. Like, with us, it's a little bit different on my side. I was the kid everybody wanted to be around.
okay,
I was the kid that people called upon when they had issues with other people. Like, I was a jock. I was a nerd. I freaking played orchestra. I played the violin.
Oh, okay.
So I hung out with every single group of people. If you were chilled down to earth and nice, I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if somebody's messing with you, just let me know. I'm here in that aspect of it. Yeah. But also, I was with the bigger guys that ultimately got me into a whole bunch of shit. But then I also got them into a whole bunch of shit. But I like that excitement, that adrenaline rush, that untouchable feeling in that aspect of it. And that's what really led me on to getting shipped out.
Well, so you get back and what? Like a couple of years go by. Like you're back into the same negative stuff. Getting in trouble, doing your own thing. What? Because you're what? How old are you now?
Man,
30 something?
As soon as I hit
32?
30, I restarted. I'm like 24.
Okay.
But no, I'm 32.
Okay. 33?
32.
32. Okay. So you've been training for 13 years. So since you're 19. So what happened from the gap between when you got back and then when you started training?
A lot of shit that I don't want to talk about.
All right. Let's skip the stuff that you don't want to talk about. But like, all right. In that span though, like, what got you into the gym? Like, was it something like you just kind of walked up one day, like, oh, I'll try this? Or was it like something that you saw back then and you're like, that seems cool and you sought it out? Like, how did that come about?
I was living down in Lake City Way. It was about 15 minutes from the UFC gym.
Okay.
And I think I ran past it on a Sunday and I seen Ardani and CJ and Clinton there and they were fighting or sparring. Yeah. I walked in there all fucking cocky as shit. I was like, hey.
What, like 18, 19, something like that?
Yeah, I was like, I want to fight, but if I do fight, I feel like I'm just going to see red.
One of those kids, okay. Yep.
And like, Clint just laughed at me. He was like, all right, well, get the gloves on, go in there. Put the gloves on, I go in. I got knocked out the first, 3 seconds. It wasn't like a full knockout. It was like a little flash knockout where I'm just standing. And then I get back to, I'm like, I'm going to fucking get mine. And then I bum rushed him, and then I got hit again, and I kept going, and that was the moment that Clinton was like, we can actually make something out of this. Because, I mean, that's one of the hardest things to teach into somebody. I believe, the actual fighter mentality, that drive. It's like, all right, I'm going to get mine no matter what. I'm not going to back down.
Brian Jones used to always say, the thing that you can't teach is that drive. You can't teach the desire to want to do well. you know, or like just even stand up for yourself. Like there's the fight or flight, and you see people shy down. You see all kinds of weird shit. But yeah, that the shit that you can't teach, that desire to not only show up every day, but to show up every day knowing that you're low man on the totem pole. You're gonna have to take your licks. You're gonna have to pay your dues. And through time and skill acquisition, you will get better. I always tell people when they show up as a beginner, don't think you're gonna step into a 6-week program like you're a personal trainer, like you're lifting weights. You're gonna see, you know, at LA Fitness, you're gonna see results
for like 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. It's like look at it in the 6 to 12 month kind of mark. Like show up consistently for 6 months, you'll see results. Show up another 6 months, and you'll start to see where you can go.
See, I like that aspect of it. I guess for now, when I started, I didn't even think 6-12 year. I was like, tomorrow.
Most people do.
You got me fucked up today. I'm getting you tomorrow. And I go back tomorrow, and I still get beat. And I'm like, I got you tomorrow. Go back
and then the third time they quit. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you get your ego probably taken down so much, and
so many people walk in. So just sidebar. So many people walk in thinking they're going to be good right off the bat. Like we've got, and this isn't a disrespect to the kid if he listens right now, because I don't even remember his name, but he came in. He wants to be a UFC fighter. Like, and everybody that trains is fucking knows that story. Like I want to. You know, first day, no training whatsoever. I'm going to be in the UFC. Like, I'm just like, show me. You know, like, show me. And they think that, like, show me means when they go and partner off with somebody in the drill that they're going to bang away at this drill. I'm like, no, show me by showing up for a year consistently. You know, like, a year?
How about 2 days?
Yeah, like, but, you know, you get that, like, or you get the, you know, like, you get that, like, oh, shit, that deer in the headlights. Like, oh, shit, that's when you're going to evaluate me? Like, it's not that you can't be active. You can't, like, we'll put you in smokers and all this stuff, but don't think that you're 2 years away, you know, day one, 2 years away from UFC. It's not going to work like that. Most people, they don't even, like, I don't want to say they don't aspire, but the UFC is not the same animal that even people are seeing from the last year or two. With that Paramount deal and the way that they want you to be, sell yourself and stuff like that, with the way social media is. Back when I started and when you started, like, it was almost shunned to be taking time off to go do the social media thing. It's like, who are you trying to be? Like, you should actually fight before you worry about that. And now it's a little bit different. The game has changed. And
it's more of a showboating aspect of it from today, which kind of throws me off of the UFC itself.
I think it's a visibility thing. Like, if you don't, now, because think about it like this. When I first started, it's like 3 gyms in the South Puget Sound, maybe 5. You know, it's like Brian Johnson's, us, a couple other, you know, gyms, blah, blah, blah. Then you start to go towards Seattle, you get more. But
like Marcelo, Ivans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because we were a Marcelo affiliate, or or sister school. He would come down Tuesdays and Thursdays. But now there's gyms everywhere. So the pool
pop up out of nowhere, bro.
Well, so the pool to draw from is so big now. It wasn't like you got a couple gyms. We're going to, we can see who the talent is from far away. Now, it's so thick, it's like, how am I going to know who exists? Well, the ones that are posting, unfortunately. Don't give me that look, because you got a big-ass following.
That shit took so long, bro. That was like another job itself.
Yep.
Back to the aspect of so many gyms popping up and the pool just getting bigger. It's like the pool's getting diluted.
Agreed.
And like... that whole visibility shit, man, it sucks.
So let me say this about this. Like, everybody knows, like, I go to the scrapyard.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, like, so I go there, I want to support Steve. They do a lot more for their community and the people involved and the back end than you see on these clips that look like people fighting in a backyard. It's much more than that. And that's, again, one of the reasons I want to support my friend and make sure that people understand that part of things. So, and especially with the way they run the medical checks and stuff. Like, I see a lot of promise with the way they run their medical stuff and the huge medical tent back there. They will come get you if you don't fucking go back there to check in, win or lose, no matter what. So that's always been really impressive to me. But at the scrapyard, we were talking about Wing C off camera, right?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I'd fight that guy. I'm like, well, but why? Like, you're a better fighter than him, like, not even close. So is it because he has the viewers? Because I'm not saying, like, he's good or not, but, like, let's take anybody in that situation. Like, you can develop a name for yourself before you develop the skill. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I am saying is if you aspire to be somebody at your level, you're going to have to go beyond the viewerships. And you're going to have to, like, if you want to make a run at something like this, you better get your ass in a gym and work your ass off. Most of the time, there's a really cheesy old movie called Never Back Down, but I really like it. And there's like one of the goofy kid that doesn't really know how to fight. He's like, hey man, fucking control your breathing. Most people lose because they gas out. And I'm like, that's actually, you see a lot of people lose because they fucking gas out. And it's like, there's bits of knowledge in that shit. And anybody that's like, even at like the scrapyard thing to where they're like, I'm going to glove on and then see how these fights go, see if I want to get into the gym. So it's providing an avenue for them to fight without having to have any formal training.
Yeah.
And you do see a lot of them like kind of work their way into gyms. But I see a lot of people really ride that, you know, like I'm gritty enough, I'm a bar fighter, or I'm like, and let's be clear, those bar fight brawls and those fucking things like that have always existed. This is just putting a bigger name to it and bigger visibility to it. Because you go to Thailand and they're like, who in the fucking bar wants to fight our guy up here? And it's like, oh, I do. You know what I mean? Like, it happens all the time. So you can't discredit people not getting in there. And like one thing I said, I can't remember where I was at, but it's the closest thing to two dudes getting out of their cars and street fighting because of road rage, and neither of them has any fighting experience. It's the closest thing to that kind of level, like that. Fucking glove up, you know what I mean?
I wish people do that.
Yeah. That's,
Get out the car for home cam.
bro, I had somebody, I want to tell this on camera. So I'm on Pacific Ave because I got to drive Pacific Ave down here in Tacoma. I'm down in Parkland, all the way down to 509. That's where I get on to go the highway to the gym. Before I get on the highway, and I'm not driving crazy or anything. I think I just went around somebody, but I wasn't driving fast. It's like there's a bunch of lights and stuff. So anyway, I get around somebody, and this fucking Prius, he was like, I don't remember if it was behind me or whatever. He goes around me, and he's like, or something. And I'm like, there's a car in front of me.
Yeah. And
they're going slow, but he's like doing something towards me. So I'm like, I get triggered a little bit, and I go around this slow person. I get behind him, and then as I do that, he's still in this lane. He fucking cuts me off. So then we both get on the highway, and we're stopped at the light to get on the highway 509 going towards Federal Way. Side by side, he rolls his window down. And I'm like, okay, like it's about to go down. Fuck yeah. I'm like, what's up, dog? You want to pull? Or I see it's Father's Day weekend. I see a car seat in the back. I was like, happy Father's Day, first of all. So trying to like smooth it out a little bit. But he's like talking some shit. And I was like, okay, you want to pull over up here? He's like, why would I want to do that? I'm like, you're road raging. You're talking shit. You pulled up to the light and rolled your window down talking shit, but you don't want to fight. You don't want to do anything. I was like, you're a fucking pussy, fool. I was like, remember that next time you pull over and you're talking a bunch of shit, road raging, fucking, I don't know if he's just some white guy. I don't think he's throwing up signs, but I think he's doing like the rocker Spider-Man fucking whatever. And, but still, like, this is where you end up. And I'm like, I'm on my way to the gym. It would have been a really bad situation for me to not show up to teach class because I beat somebody up on the highway. But again, like, this is where you fucking find yourself. You're road raging. You're talking shit. You pull up next to him and roll your fucking window down, and then guess what happens? He would barely take off, and I just went and did my thing. But I don't get like that much. I'm like, what the fucking shit was this? Because, like, I thought it was about to go down, and I was ready. So, but, like, I don't get what people are at. Like, bro, fucking talk that shit. Pull over.
You handle shit differently than me. When I get honked at from behind, I slow the fuck up.
He didn't honk at me. He went around me because somebody was going slow, and then, but talking shit to me.
I'll let that go. Like, I don't know.
But I went around the person in front of me because they were going really slow.
Yeah.
Like 15, and like getting caught by the lights because there's like 4 lights in 2 blocks, and you're like,
I mean,
stop,
that's
you gotta
nice. So you didn't sit there honking. You went around them. I'd much rather have that. You see how they'll honk, and then they'll stay right behind you. They won't even go around you, even though there's another lane.
Yeah,
They'll keep
Seattle's a
honking
different
at you.
monster. That whole metro area, I'm like, fuck that.
I'm just like, you guys don't fucking just get the fuck out of here.
So here's just a side note. Don't drive stupid.
No.
Don't be an asshole. Like, cause Johnson will fucking whoop your ass. I might not whoop your ass, but I'm down to fight.
I'll smile at you the whole entire time.
You're like, oh. But again, like,
ya.
I just don't get the intention why like people do that. Like, I'm in a metal box. I can do whatever I want. I can talk all this shit. Like, the consequences of your actions are not there.
It's like
you
the
don't
keyboard
consider it.
warriors.
Yeah, but in a car.
In the car, they can drive off whenever. It's like, I just want to feel like I have the power.
Until I decide to just crash my truck into you, and then, oh, now you can't drive, and you're getting your ass whooped, and then the cops are going to show up and be like, you can't do that. Come with us. And I'll be like, hey,
like,
I was provoked. Check my camera.
come
Well, I
back.
mean, maybe not. I mean, don't. If it was bad and then it was my fault, and be like, fuck, I got a camera.
Like, sorry, officers, the other white guy.
Or here's the other thing. I got the Marcelo Alonso MABJJ thing and all the fight team stuff. A lot of times they're like, oh, hey, what's up? I trained with Marcelo up north or whatever. And they're like, this never happened. Have a nice day. He was like, you want us to get him with extra eye gouge or fucking little baton punch?
We'll give you a second.
Yeah. You take off. I'm like, what else? What do you want us to do to this guy?
Do like an armbar and uchi and then leave him alone.
No, I hit him with that eye gouge. That's the shit. A little throat punch. So, but no, sorry, tangent about bad drivers. I just can't stand it. I don't gotta drive around that much. It's just so bad. I used to love driving. I used to drive my Hondas and stuff and I would be a menace at times, but I was a good driver. Like, I wanted to be a good driver, so I was a good driver. So anyway, let me put it that way. No, you know how like you want to be a good fighter, so you are. You put in the work to be that, and like I would really try to. I'm not gonna get into that because it's illegal back then. Still is, but just the very focused, conscientious driver versus somebody who's oblivious or is an asshole or is like just doing dumb shit like that, like provoking people. It's like
riding your ass the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, dude, I can't drive faster than the person in front of me. It just doesn't work like that.
Like, bro, like I'm a grandpa when I drive.
Okay. So you're probably somebody I would go around. But that's okay.
I mean,
I probably
I'm
wouldn't
at the
talk
speed
shit to
limit,
you.
or
I
like-
might give you like why you drive so slow, man?
Like, trying to take in the view. Come on.
No, I only get like that when it's excessive, when it's like you're doing the exact speed limit. Like that drives me
I'm
nuts.
like 5 above the speed limit, so I'm not going way beyond. Like,
You like didn't even fall for my trap. You're like, when I say like, I only get mad when you do the speed limit. It's like not 5 under, not 10 under. You know, like I always thinking about the joke where it's like the Street Fighter thing where they're beating up the car. It's like, you ran that red light, motherfucker. Just sitting like Ken's destroying the car. Like Ken Masters fucking destroy. You never played Street Fighter?
I played Street Fighter. That was a long time ago on the
There's the
Nintendo
bonus
64.
scene where you get to punch and kick the car.
Nope.
Sorry, I'm
It's gone.
a little old, old Zach moment.
Oh, man.
So I'm drinking my electrolytes with caffeine.
We'll get sponsored by these guys one day.
Yeah, Ghost, hit up my boy. Also sponsored by Relentless Mouth Guards.
Yep.
So, so you're going down to South Carolina coming up, and once you get back, like, what's your plans? Next couple weeks, are you trying to get a fight on the books? Are you talking with management about trying to make something happen? If so, is it local? Is it national? Is it international?
I got no idea. Stanley's in the works with it, and he handles all that. I just show up and train and I fight.
I think we talked about that. Let the fighters be a fighter.
Yeah.
Love to get Stanley back on here. He has some really good insights last time.
Oh, he definitely does. I mean, you can pick his brain about anything.
I love seeing him at the events too. He's just like,
he's
hey,
like,
what's up, man? Yeah.
He says what's up, and then he's like, all right.
But he's so chill. He's just like super chill. Like, again, I love our fucking community. There's very, very few people that that don't get along with everybody at this point. And I know what you're looking at me like that for, motherfucker. That's what that pause. So, all right, let me address that. There is somebody out there that was like a weird animosity thing. I had little to nothing to do with it. It's just more like, all right, I'm just hands off at this point, and I let whoever do whatever on that end. I don't have anything to do with it, and I don't hold any ill will towards anybody, towards that team. Anybody that's in the know, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not, then you probably don't need to worry about it. It's probably not you. Like, if you don't know about it, then it's not you. So, but something that I talk about on here sometimes is fractured relationships. And the reason that you're even on here is because we have a good relationship, and other people, same thing. Like, even if we don't have we know each other specifically, I like when people are just like, yo, just come on, talk. As long as we don't have a bad relationship, I'm willing to have anybody on. And like I said, you already know if we have one of those, because I will be like, fuck that motherfucker. Anyway, when it comes down to those fractured relationships or anything like that, it creates a strain, especially on these back rooms when you all have to get together. There's always like a weird tension. And I've seen, like, you've been around long enough. You see what it's like when just everyone's in the back room getting their fighters ready. They're all off in their own little section, taping hands, it says, et cetera. And when two people are in the back room, they don't really get along or whatever. There's always like some sort of weird little tension. And I'm very happy that I don't really have that animosity towards anybody out there. I know that the longer I'm in this game or skin in the game, I know relationships do get fractured and fall apart and stuff like that. So I try very hard not to be that person. And still being a fight coach, you will find because it's a competitive thing. That's what you feel in the back. It's like that. Like, we're all about to compete. And it's not just my fighter, it's our team versus that team or whatever. And when we're in the back rooms, there's not a lot of talking going on. There is some, but there's not like an hour or two we're sitting there hanging out and fucking bullshit, and maybe with one or two people, but it's not like the whole back room gets together like that. Yeah. And there's always those little talk between like, oh, this person that person this, oh, blah, 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 whatever.
Ignore the shit out of all of
Ignore the shit out of all that.
I'm just going to sit here and go to sleep.
But I don't feel that way from like Stanley and a lot of people, like almost everybody. So,
I mean, that's the best part I feel like about our gyms. Like, we just hold nothing against anybody. It's
yeah.
Like, you can talk all the shit you want, but
and that's
it doesn't matter. Like, what does it affect us? I mean, you can either like us or not. It's your choice.
Same for our team. Like, I don't know. There's no gyms out there aside from the one that I personally had some tensions with. And it's not really a gym. It's one person. Yeah. It's just they have a direct line over that team. So I'm not going to get into anything else on that. But I still love everybody in the team. No problems. There's just a weird situation. But you see as time goes on, like I've seen matchmakers get upset with each other. And it's like, oh, well, you got a fight card over here. Well, I got a fight card over here. And now you're fighting over the same fighter. But I feel like we talked about earlier, there's so many more gyms and such a big pool of fighters to draw from now. Hopefully that we can kind of let go of that and kind of lean more into the community focus. Because I think that's what's going to help elevate people like your level, or people like maybe in your gym's level, you know what I mean, and like our level as well. So we can start like, oh, this person, I don't have anybody for this guy, but I know that team over there has this guy and they're ready to go national. Like, we can help each other so much more than we have to tear each other down. So
and it's like what we talked about, I think, on our first podcast. It's like we can't make it anywhere without each other. I mean, we can only make it so far. Yeah. Especially within the community building aspect of it. I think it's going to take a long, long time. I mean, it definitely doesn't just start with one person. And on top of that, throughout the years, it's like everyone wants to be the bigger dog.
Especially in this industry, because it's a champion industry. Like, it's building towards champions. And you want to be a champion as long as you can. You want to have time be the one to take you out as a champion, not, another champion. So, and I think that's where it's like, what do you offer now versus what have you offered in the past, kind of thing. Because it's like, well, maybe you fell off. Maybe there's just so many moving parts in this game, and everybody wants to be the best, like you said, and that can create a lot of tension too. But it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Like, you can let your fighting speak for itself. You can be a nice, humble guy. You don't even have to be. You can be the guy that's the persona on TV or whatever. You can be those Conor McGregors, and
That
still.
reminds me of one person. But yeah.
Well, not getting into that. But again, like, he's my buddy too.
I mean, I remember we sparred.
Yeah. So, and
we're
again,
all squashed with that.
but I mean that
was
thing
like,
aside, but like, it comes to the community aspect. Like, we're both in a neutral zone. You know, you both get to hang out, talk a little bit, spar. It's in an environment where you don't have to talk. You don't have to put on some sort of fake face. You get to sit there and spar, you know, and you're not fighting each other at this point. So, you know, it's not really about who's going to win the sparring round. I hope
But
not.
then it comes down to both of us being the bigger man and understand that that is over there and this is over here. And
Yes.
there's nothing else. We're just going to have some fun.
Right.
We both love the fight. We both want to share some techniques, and we just want to enjoy time. And
Yeah.
that comes from both sides. And I don't think a lot of people are capable of having that sort of. Maybe there's a lot more than I think of, but then again,
I think people are capable of that. I don't think people put themselves like, I'm going to do that. Capability versus action are two different things.
choice.
Choice. Exactly. Everybody's got a choice.
Yeah.
But again, like, being in a neutral spot, it's not like somebody came to your gym to gym storm, or like you went over there to prove a point,
I'd be so happy.
or anything like. But I think just about anybody that comes into gym storm is gonna be happy to drop that person. You know, like, somebody comes into our gym, they're like, oh, okay. So actually, we cap our people. We don't let people come in. Not for any reason like specifically, but just to keep our business safe. You're not going to come in just some guy and on sparring night just to spar without an invitation from a coach.
Yeah.
Or you sign up for a minimum 3-month contract with us, and now you're part of the team. And yes, you're allowed to spar on some levels. Like, you're going to stay on the outside portion of the beginner area for sparring. Not going to be in the ring for competitive rounds. And if you go too hard, we're going to police that. Because, again, we don't want somebody coming in thinking they're going to see red and dropping somebody just because they want to swing away in a gym environment when these people are trying to go light and figure this puzzle out.
Yeah.
And so as coaches, we're going to, and I guess I know our gym's known for sparring somewhat hard at times. Nah.
You guys are pretty controlled.
Yeah, sometimes. Shit. Anywho, rub your rib right after that, you fuck.
Inside joke.
Yeah, definitely. Just say damage happens. But again, just getting back to the whole relationships thing, and like, I think like letting certain things go, like you said, being the bigger man. There's a difference between being the big man or being the bigger man. Yeah. Like the humility is what comes in. So like, so we talk about our gym and going hard. There's one guy there that I'm not going to say his name, but I can be like, why did you do that? Why do you do this? Why do you have to do that to people? It's like, makes me feel like a big man kind of attitude, versus the person that doesn't. And it's like, I chose to be the bigger man, the silent man, the one that like, hey, I'll eat this loss because overall I'll be able to take a bigger win.
Yeah.
But that, like, it makes me feel like a big man kind of thing really fucking gets to me, you know? Now, it doesn't get to me so much anymore. It gets to me when I watch people exercise that when they don't have to. And it's like, that person doesn't deserve it that you're doing that to, kind of thing.
I'm up next. Like, come on.
Yeah. So, well, you just gotta, again, the culture that you kind of provide, like, you have to set the standard for the culture and then provide that continuously. And then the gym members and the student body start to uphold that. You don't have to do it as much. But so we don't really have that aspect much anymore. We're constantly revamping and talking about how we can provide better value towards our students and all this kind of stuff. So it's something we talk about almost every day. But
And Stanley does a very good job of that, and being able to mitigate and also place people together in a way that, I mean, we don't get any of those people that just come in and just think that they're top shit. But then again, when they do, like, we don't place those guys with newer students. They either go with me or Cole. Because then again, we're very controlled enough to understand and also drop them down in a way. Like, all right, you're going too hard.
Yep.
I'm going to go lighter. And we don't have that ego within us that I'm going to drop you. Like, you're no. It's all right.
Yeah. And we just kind of, that's a good point. We just, we don't want to, again, we don't want to have somebody that's just starting to figure this out, or it's like somebody that's not ego sparring, go with somebody who's got a big ego and wants the ego spar. So, that's just controlling that and controlling the environment and culture. So good on Stanley and like you guys being able to, because
it's an ego, you can go home.
Yeah, it's tough when it's just one person preaching that though. If you're one person against the entire crowd, you know what I mean. It's tough. So that's why it's good that it's his gym obviously, and him and Loren co-own, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so being able to dictate that level of culture, and then have the enforcers as well to like, hey, you're not gonna do that to our day 3 student that wants to learn and is a 115-pound female.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying, though. Like, there's no reason for that outside of ego. And ego, everyone says leave the ego at the fucking door. Let's be real. Most people don't. There's always a little bit of an ego. But what is your capability of setting that ego aside in those little moments when you could escalate it? You can go in there with ego. Otherwise, you're probably a little bit stupid thinking that you're going to go in there and fight people that are definitely trained to beat you. So you're going to have a little bit of an ego, but it's not.
I mean, is confidence ego?
I think confidence comes from application. So like actually going through the experience. If you're walking in there with ego, then you probably haven't experienced even that round yet. So like, I'm gonna beat you is different from I did beat you. Pretense, post tense, past tense. So I think the ego is like what I want to do, what I'm gonna do, or the back sense like, yeah, congratulations to me for doing that. You know what I mean? But most of the time, that ego doesn't come from being like the underdog and winning. You know what I mean? It comes from being that person that like knew it was gonna happen beforehand. Yeah. But just ego's the fucking biggest tough one, man, because everybody's got one.
Oh, definitely, man. If we're speaking it that way, every time I come and spar with you guys, I got a big-ass ego. But within a part where I'm going to go in there and I'm going to win, but I'm going to do it in a way where I learn something and they learn something, and I'm not going to be mad about it when I lose. But I'm going to win.
Yeah. Well, it's also like you're going to do it with the least amount of damage possible to this person. Like if I always say, if I could beat somebody with footwork, that's the way to beat them. Like show them that you don't have to touch them to beat them. And that way they're not getting their brains fucking beat on before they know how to defend. And that's a big part. It's like, okay, you don't know how to block a body shot. So I was like, as somebody that's higher level, do I attack the body? Or do I can show a little bit, but like, am I going to go all out because you don't know how to protect? So I'm better. Now is my chance, like kind of thing. So, or like, hey, now's my chance to not go light and just teach,
Yeah, I mean, there's some of those times as well when I'm going with newer guys where I'm just like, all right, it's okay to get hit. So I let them tap me. And then when we're going super light, I'm like, why are you flinching? It's hit me.
Yeah. So that level of, that can be intimidating too, because like you see people trying their hardest, like trying it very hard to, and you're just like effortlessly, and that can be demoralizing in that fact. So like, so I will do the same thing. Like we had Deanna, she's training for a fight that unfortunately her opponent pulled out or back got injured or whatever. But I'll like let her back me into the corner and I'll just kind of block. And I'm like, go, tee off. You know what I mean? And she's landing some shots. I'm like, ooh, that was a good one. And I'll answer a couple back but I'll let her kind of keep me there. And I'm like, this way, like tell her, because I'm going this way. I'm like, you better fucking cut me off. But she's very much more developed than a beginner. But again, teaching without having to give a beating. Sparring a newer people that are less skilled without having to give them the beating or give them extra damage because you're capable. You know?
That's that whole aspect of like the light sparring.
Right.
Like very light and just technical. You're not even landing anything, but mostly for the movement aspect of it. I mean, that can even scare newer people.
For sure.
Of course. And then that's the point where somebody that is more experienced in that aspect of it, or somebody that's generally not, but has a little bit of experience, to be able to go together and like, all right, well, you're a beginner. They just started 2 weeks ago. And look at that. They're getting better. And you guys are getting better. You guys both suck, but you'll get there.
Right.
And I mean, I get the point as well, because there's some guys that have their smoker or just the first beginner fights, and I'm sitting there and I'm not tagging them up, but they're getting a little bit like, he's moving, he's getting me too much. Now I'm not that good. I just look at him like, the guy you're going with is not going to get you as much as I'm.
We say that all the time.
Like, it's not. If you're able to do anything to me at all, you're fine.
Yeah. And it's another level, like they do hear that and they do come back to us and we say the same thing. Like, they're not going to hit you as hard as we do.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to be hard on you the way they're still beginner as well. And then they go in there and experience it. They're like, yeah. I did notice that. I'm like, so it's funny because we got one of our students, he's like, I'm not getting that much better, coach. And I'm like, what's your running like? What's your jumping rope like? And he starts running and jumping rope more. And he's like, yeah, I've been running and jumping rope more. And his fucking movement and all this stuff. And like half of the class is like, oh, weird, huh? It's just like, but like in a good way, because he's long-term committed member of the team at this point, and he's rounding that curve of, he's going to do a second smoker here at West Coast here in a couple weeks.
Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah, we've got 5 people that night.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I'll be running Relentless Mouthguard booth at the Revolution down at the Puyallup Fairgrounds on July 18th.
Oh, shoot, I might have to come through.
And then I'm going to be leaving straight from Puyallup to go corner our 5 guys at the Smoker in Auburn at West Coast Fight Team. So I stay busy.
That's a full day right there.
It's a full day. Well,
Yeah.
fucking
full
on
day and a half.
the Saturday, the 11th. So I'm still working. I got to talk to Dex Kwon at Wild Style. So we're going to be sponsoring him with Relentless Mouth Guards. We got to get up there, and I got to get him
in Bellingham or something.
No, it's in Monroe.
Oh,
Is it Monroe?
is it?
I think it's Monroe because it's close to my buddy Roger's gym as well, Straight Ox. So Snohomish area. And but anyway, we're talking about getting up there and get some sparring rounds. So it might be a Saturday of like, I go up there for an hour and a half, do that, and I got to come back down here and I go to my buddy Chris. He's having his opening studio thing on July 11th.
Sick.
It is. I've been in there a
so
couple
much
times.
work in that. It
I just
looks
shot some bag work in his
saw that.
garage. He was like, I felt, you know how like the first time you go somewhere and like you do somebody else's bag and just moves a little different than you're used to.
Yeah.
That's how I felt the whole time. And I was not ever in the best shape, but I was like not moving the way that I wanted to. But
you looked all right.
oh no, there's better clips than what Chris posted. I'm gonna be posting them, but so he's gonna be doing his thing there July 11th. My boy Chris Bullhar, he's gonna be doing the introduction to his studio, having a bunch of people over there. So I'll be checking in there, and then after that I'll be going straight to Auburn to the Green River Community College for Relentless Mouthguard booth and to help judge fights that night. So I stay busy, and then the 25th I'll be at the scrapyard all day because I got Scrap Mania. And that's like, this is their anniversary show for 6 years, and this is when they have all their famous people out. Like last year is when Demetrius Johnson went out and a bunch of other people. So I'll be out there doing some interviews that day. Chris Bullard is going to be producing the footage on that event, and they're looking at some high level production quality. So he's working on that. That's my dog Chris. He works hard.
Yeah.
And Relentless Mouthguard also sponsors the Scrapper of the Month out there. So we'll have our new Scrapper of the Month getting their impression kit that day, as well as last month, or the April's Scrapper of the Month Barn Dog. He'll be getting his custom mouthguard that day, and other stuff. And, again, I stay busy.
It's staying real busy.
Stay
I mean,
busy
that's
in the
Relentless
industry.
Mouth Guards for you guys.
Yeah. And the term Relentless Mouthguards, it was an homage to the old school Marcelo Alonso. We would do our T-shirts and a lot of our logos and stuff like that for the old gym in Fife. And it was Team MABJJ. And a lot of times it would say, never quit, or relentless.
I still got those.
Yes, me too. And so I just took it from the name Relentless, and it was like, I really like that that kind of approach to not only training but business and growth. And if you can be relentless in your pursuit of anything, you're almost guaranteed to have the doors open for you, because people see that, they recognize that, and they want to take part of somebody that is proving against the odds that you can make something happen with or without the support.
Yeah.
And so again, that relentless approach.
I get that. I mean, I definitely like the name, and it's like, to me, Relentless is like no matter who's looking or no matter who sees you, because at the very end of the day, it's just you. Mm-hmm. Like, you're the one that created it. But alongside that path that you do set, people do start to kind of climb on board because they see how much effort and how much grit, I guess, or whatever else. It's like your driven path. It's like, all right.
Yeah. They see the evidence and they start to believe, Yeah. And not that people don't believe in you in the very beginning before you've done anything, but without the public eye on you already and having some level of accomplishment, people don't know you well enough to know, what's this product going to look like? What's this going to look like in a year? Because a lot of, was it like 9 out of 10 businesses fail in the first year? That's huge. So, I mean, and what is it, out of the remaining group, it's like they fail within 3 years after that. It's like, owning your own small business and trying to scale that is like one of the hardest things I've seen people ever do. You see a lot of people quit and go back to a day job and they hate it because they had the opportunity to do something big and it didn't go their way. So now they're stuck back in this day-to-day listening to some fuck you don't want to fucking have to deal with. I ran my own business, but maybe it was into the ground. It's like, you never know. I'm not saying that's everybody, but like, it's a tough fucking venture.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. And like, I'm working, like I was up, well, I guess I went to sleep at about 11 last night, but I was up working on mouth guard stuff. I was up working on the website. I got a bunch of shit changed over from financial institutions. It's like your to-do list, you might knock out a couple, like say I knock out 3 or 4 things on my to-do list. Well, I just added 11 that same day. Yeah. So you knocked out 3, but you added 8 more. So you got 8 more on the bottom. So your to-do list doesn't get smaller. And that's why, again, businesses can fail. And, spending almost all day yesterday doing accounting shit. It's like the least fun thing of the fucking business. But it's going to be the most important if the IRS comes knocking. Yeah. So I want to make sure I'm like, here, I'm good.
It definitely saves you a lot from those fines.
Well, and those fines fucking add up with the interest and stuff like that. Yeah. Anybody that's ran a business knows what I mean. Like, and they don't just tell you. No. It's like, oh, you owe us from a long time ago. Pay up. And it's like, what do you mean?
Take it straight from your bank account.
Yeah, well, yeah. You got to be careful for that too. But a lot of times there's lawyers. There's an entire industry around taxes and accounting and all that shit. So if there's an industry around something, it's because there's a lot of work to be done.
Exactly.
And people getting paid. But anyway, before we close out, because it's getting a little bit later. It's about 12:30.
Dang. Time flew.
So what else you got coming up? Again, I know we've gone over that, but when are you hoping to fight again?
Honestly, I'll fight in 3-4 weeks if somebody wants me.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I'm honestly I coast.
But like, when it comes to like aspirations, do you have anywhere that you want to fight? Nationally, internationally, any organizations that you want to fight on?
The biggest things I have is somebody to pay me how much I'm fucking worth and not to lowball me.
Okay.
And I feel like that's one of the biggest aspects is like there's so many, as we were talking earlier on the dilution within the gyms and fighters. It's like there's so many fighters that will fight for $500.
Yeah.
Fight for $1,000. It's like you can get that anywhere.
Right.
But don't sit there and lowball the person who has fought for 13 years, has built whatever, like I have, or many others that have built. Don't give us the same price line that you're going to give Billy Bob Thornton, whatever, down the street.
Right.
Like that itself is like, it doesn't make sense and it's frustrating on my end.
So, okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. And for those who don't know, like, you don't make shit fighting. You barely make anything. So when your opportunity does arise, and you're a pro fighter and you're going to get paid for this fight. You want to be paid what you're worth.
Yeah.
Now, here's kind of the catch-22 is a lot of fight promotions don't have much to spend. They haven't like...
That doesn't even make sense to me at all.
But it's true. So it depends on it just depends on their situation. 'Cause every situation is going to be different. But let's say casino shows, they get an allotment or a one lump sum to run a show.
Yeah.
Right. And so when it comes to all the stuff you got to pay for, yes, the fighters are that's the show. That's the product is the fight. But there's a lot that goes in, like we talked about with my buddy Chris. Like for that level of video production, it's expensive. And if that's half your budget, how can you spend half your budget on that? Like what does that mean for your fighters? You got one pro fight and 11 amateur. So it's like everybody's kind of doing this. Like, what can we spend? How can we do this now? But I'm getting to backing you up in a second. Now, when it comes to shows, like you said, you want to be paid what you're worth. What sort of dollar amount are you looking for specifically? And where do you consider that to be on for the rest of your peers and your ability? So like, for instance, obviously like everyone looks at the UFC as the pinnacle of sport because it pays the most and it's got the most publicity.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not necessarily always the best fighters anymore. You can see amateurs these days that look like they're good pros. You never know. Sometimes they just haven't made that transition yet.
Yeah.
But how much do you think that ballpark you're worth? How and where does that tie into other people maybe that are also, because your main event, co-main event, a lot of these pro shows from out of state, that's for people that don't know, to be flown out of state, to be main event or co-main event is a big deal. A lot of these promotions, they have to, because you're going to have to pay for your flight and your hotel. If it's a casino show, they've probably been comped the rooms, but they have to pay for flight, which is not always cheap. But they pay for hotel, room board, or gas, sometimes if you drive, depending. And then fight purse as well. So if it's a $2,000 fight purse, if it's a $5,000 fight purse, if it's a $10,000 fight purse, I'm not saying, I'm just throwing out arbitrary numbers. But once you start hearing like, well, that person got paid this, that must, and I beat that person, 6 months ago. So does that mean that when I get that title opportunity, I should be getting paid that or more? Or like, how does that kind of level off? And like you said, $500 fighters, $1,000 fighters, even $2,000 fighters, those you can find in abundance.
You can find that anywhere.
Right.
Find $250 fighters.
And I hope people aren't taking,
I hope not, but
I hope
like,
you're not taking pro
anyway.
fights for $250.
Very disappointed.
And that's probably bad management, that's bad decisions, that's hopefully not because you're just flat broke, but that also tears down people like you. Like now your value goes down because of the fact that now we're getting fighters for $250. So we're not going to pay you $2,500, we're going to pay you $1,500. You know what I mean? Like you see where people are like, oh, we don't have to spend that much on fighters now. So the fighter's value is lower. So again, full circle, where does this put you on all that?
I mean, right now, if I'm flying out of state, I would want to be paid 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Yeah. So $2K show up and $2K if I win.
Okay.
Yeah. And that itself, of course, there's that management fee, gym fee. I'm getting there. They only get me to the airport. I got to get my way from the airport to the hotel. Food, and also the time I got to take off of work.
Right.
To go and do that.
Right.
And then they show up, and they're going to make me main event or co-main event because they've been doing that without even letting me know, and no increase in pay at all. And that involvement is me waiting until the end of the fucking night.
And that's another thing here's another thing is like a lot of fucking fight promotions and things like that. They make all these little behind the scenes adjustments and you can't
fucking do that.
If you're holding a professional fight show, that means you're a professional promoter. If you're professional, you need to do things professionally, which means following suit. Like if somebody did that to me, as a, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm going to do that to a fighter. Well, how would you feel if because most people that do this are in the fight game. How would you feel if somebody did that to you, knowing that you could get fucked over like that? Like, it's never an easy situation, and I'm thankful that I'm not a fight promoter. You see where a lot of people stay in the amateurs because they don't have to pay, or amateur fight promotions, they don't have to pay. You know, so it's all profit to a degree. You know,
See, and there's where those shows also that are majority amateurs and then have that one pro fighter, but they don't
Or
pay
three.
that pro. Yeah, they don't pay him shit. Because of course that pro, like if they, not to toot my own horn, but it's like I fight here locally. There's a lot of people that know me. They're gonna show up.
yeah, you're gonna get ticket sales.
Yeah, but I don't get a part of those ticket sales.
Right.
I don't think any of the shows here really give you a part of those ticket
A
sales.
lot of AMs do. A lot, that because we get even for the smoker, we got some people selling tickets and stuff at one point.
Back when I was an amateur, they give me a stack of tickets. I go sell it all, and they give me a percentage.
Yeah.
But now it's like, as a pro, I bring everyone in, still get paid shit,
Yep.
and don't get ticket sales, and then get moved up from whatever to co-main, main event, and not been told, and not get an increase in pay.
Yeah.
Like, where does that add up? Especially if your card is majority amateurs, you should have that money in there,
Right.
to
To
pay your
allocate to your
fighters.
fighter, yeah.
I mean, on top of that, like we were talking before, it's like having a nice car, not putting oil or anything in there, but painting it.
Right. It's all aesthetics.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good point because I don't know. I think it devalues a lot of things by bringing down the pricing for a lot of people. Now, here's what I will say, not necessarily to counter your point, but just to kind of play advocate from all sides.
Devil's advocate. All right.
Well, not even devil's advocate, just advocate for all sides. Because if you look at the things that I've been doing, like Crew Jones used to run Absolute Chaos for a long time. I would help the
fought
back
there.
end. Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was my first smoker.
Oh, fuck yeah. Was that the outside one, the outdoor one?
No, it's so Absolute Chaos was what's his name? That wrestler? It's Jim, right? That one dude that beat.
You're thinking something. This is my gym.
Oh.
Crew Brian Jones Jr. Absolute Chaos fight promotion.
Yeah,
Him, Felipe, and Jay were the three that ran that. They're the three partners. Are you thinking West Coast fight team?
no, it was Absolute Chaos a long, long time ago, and it was what the fuck's his name? He beat the Canadian guy from Toronto. What the fuck's his name? Not BJ Penn. I'm horrible at names. GSP. He beat GSP back then.
Oh, no. This is a local promotion from Brian Jones. I don't know anybody beat GSP back then that ran a promotion around here.
I'll get you his name. But
Okay.
it was way, way back then, like my very first. It was probably like when I was 20 years old.
And what year would this be, roughly?
This was
13?
It's
12?
no, probably like 18. No, I'll have to get it. I'll figure it out later.
So anyway, the promotion I'm talking about is the Absolute Chaos. Like you can see, he ran a couple, like Taki's on that one right there, and then like I'm on this one right here with fucking Jared and a bunch of people. I got a bunch of their, fighter passes and stuff like this and corner.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, having helped him out in the background, so I just get to see how fight shows run, and he would tell me about like how much they would make or lose depending on the show, because they would lose money at times. And talking about venue costs and all these sort of things, and like having people travel, and like you're always trying to save a buck. So that's where I can see as a fight promoter, it's like, this is how much you have to spend. It's not because they don't want to maybe pay more or wish they could, but like most of the time, they're not pocketing that much money. And I see a lot of amateur events, and one in particular is running around here. They do very well and they make good money, but it's, they stay amateur, and that way the proceeds are you're able to make more, and then you're able to run more shows.
Yeah.
Let's say it's the Emerald Queen, and you get $20,000 to put on an MMA show, right? And they have the venue for it. They don't have to go out and set up chairs. They don't have to do any of that designation. It's already there, right? So, but you got to pay for alcohol and spirits to have things going on. I mean, a lot of this is put on by the venue, so they get the proceeds from the alcohol and stuff like that. But let's say they give me $20,000. That's for fighters, travel, all that kind of stuff, media production, all these kind of things. And let's say that like you got 30 fighters, you got 15 fights, you know, and now you have to pay for all of them. And how are you going to pay for 30 fighters out of 20 G's? You're not going to be able to pay every single one of them.
That's why you don't have 30 fighters. That's bad management.
Again and again, and that's why I think that because casinos, they want you back out on the casino floor spending money there. Yeah. Then once you're in there, that's you've spent the money to be in there, and now you're just probably buying alcohol. Yeah. So I do know alcohol sales are crazy on these fight cards, but most of the time that's provided by casinos. And again, I'm talking about casino shows, and they give you an allotment or an allowance. Yeah. So if they have 10 fights, that's 20 fighters, and they have 20,000. That's $1,000 a fighter. You know,
but it's not all pros.
I know. I'm just using this for an example. So let's say it's 5.
Yeah.
So now you got 10 fighters. You know, so now you spend 10 fighters, $1,000 each. Now that's half your budget, and you're still paying for production. You're still paying for. You got to pay for the cage. You got to rent the cage a lot of the time. You know, what if that's $4,000, and then so on and so forth. And like, are you going to do all this work for no money? Most people don't. Most people don't.
On top of that 20,000, though, you have the ticket sales.
Right.
Adds on more. And
but they don't.
They probably have a little bit more.
The casino takes the money from the ticket sales.
Then
typically. But I know sometimes they split again, and that's going to be each individual situation that's worked out with the contract with each casino, because they're going to be different for different promotions and different people. But you got to pay for your sanctioning body. You got to pay for a lot of stuff. You know.
That's on them then. I mean, if you're not able to have, just not at you, but
right.
I mean, that's like if you're not able to provide a production and want that quality, then you're just gonna have a shitty one. Like you shouldn't.
Yeah,
I mean, even the communication aspect of it would go 1,000 miles away, but there's the lack of communication throughout that process that is more infuriating to me.
Understandable.
Than anything else, because it's like if you, let's say you want me to come fight for your show, be like, hey Johnson, we're a little bit tight. This is what I can afford. This is what we can afford. Is that cool with you? We're gonna make you main event, and whatever we make off ticket sales, I mean, we'll put your name on there, and we'll give you what we can from there. Like either yes, I'm like fuck it, let's do it.
Okay.
But then like if you don't, and you make me feel like I'm only worth $1,000,
right?
And then you don't give me ticket sales, and then you put me as main event, and you don't fucking talk to me about it, and then now after all this shit, then you come up and pretend like you did me a favor.
Yeah.
That pisses me off.
Well, that is a big thing that I do see, like professional cards or even pro-ams, they do act like they did you a favor. Yeah. It's like, oh, I hooked you up. It's like, well,
you fucking did it.
Like I wouldn't be here unless I made the choice. Like this is what I want to do, like kind of thing. So I don't know. I have seen like, because being in the industry or being in the fight game for so long, you see a lot of, and I used to see that for. I don't remember who ran it. It wasn't Hallquist. It was somebody else, but the Emerald Queen a long time ago. Somebody else like stepped into the role for a little bit and was running some stuff, and they just treated it like it was just not a priority. Yeah. At least that's what I saw from the back room going there, and then helping. I think it was a Taki fight, helping with his weigh in or whatever it was, and then there was an altercation in the back, a bunch of yelling, and the person that was yelling at me, I seriously doubt doesn't remember, because they come up to me, act like it never happened. Now they're like, I want to do your podcast. I'm like, do you not remember the shit you were saying to me at the Emerald Queen in the background fucking a long time ago? And they're just like, I mean, I didn't say that, but I'm like, like, you don't remember, like, bro, you were like, it was like separate, because yeah. Anyway, I wasn't trying to talk no shit, but I was like, not backing down either.
I can see that.
Right. So, and this person's still very active in the community, so, and fighting stuff. So it's like, it's really weird when we see each other and the interaction comes, and I'm like, I don't get it, but whatever. Anybody that knows, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, but no, I don't want to stretch this out much further. I know you got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. But what do you want to say about what's going on, and before we close out?
Honestly, I just want to give a couple shout outs. Okay. First and foremost, to 10 Kicks Gym. If you are ever in the Seattle area or over in Shoreline, definitely stop on by. I think we're still doing every first Sunday of the month free women's self-defense classes. And then shout out to Dusty Russ, which if you guys see my last fight, I actually walked out to his song, and he's one of my favorite country artists. Getting up there pretty big, so if you guys do like country, definitely check out Dusty Russ. And then shout out to my management company and Relentless Mouth Guards, because you saved my teeth and this beautiful smile I got over here. And I'm excited to see this new guard and take it down to South Carolina, and of course just show everybody down there what it's worth.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you rocking with us. We'll always make sure you're taken care of. And anybody that's curious about Relentless Mouth Guards, we are based up here in Tacoma, Washington, but we ship nationally. Just go on our website, relentlessmouthguards.com. Who, by the way, this gentleman right here was the one that developed the website. So all thanks to him. As well as if you need website development, Johnson can definitely take care of you. If you need an example, again, relentlessmouthguards.com. Mm-hmm. And we try to provide, we do provide world-class customer service. So that's something that when I worked management at Winco, that was something they're insistent upon. So we want Disneyland level customer service, not the kind where they kick you out though, because Disneyland gets strict. It's like you fuck around, you're gonna find out type shit. So, but no, like I will go above and beyond to make sure that you get the right fitting mouth guard for what you're doing, because I don't want to be somebody out there providing an inferior product. Your teeth are important. Your teeth are expensive. Hopefully, the ones that are in your mouth currently are the only ones you'll ever need. And we're out here to protect smiles, protect teeth. Not only that, to help protect concussions, because biting down on your mouth guard is definitely helps prevent concussions, broken jaws, things like that. So make sure you bite down on your mouth guard as well.
Don't smile and laugh while you get hit. Yeah. Don't do what Johnson does. But I mean, I can definitely vouch for what he said, and many other fighters can as well. Customer service is above and beyond. And if you guys definitely buy a mouth guard from him, you will get to see that firsthand. Mm-hmm. And overall, I mean, he does take care of you guys. So come and find out.
Yep. And lastly, mention the podcast. But if you go on the website, you can save 15% for Sway City Podcast. Sway City Podcast 15 entered in that checkout.
Yeah, there's that checkout. And then pretty soon here, we are going to have my own. It's going to be Lightning something, but I'll post
Lightning 15.
Yeah, Lightning 15. And I will be making a lot of videos throughout this week, especially with my trip down to South Carolina, showing you guys how amazing these mouth guards are. And we'll be sharing my code. So on top of that, check it out. And can't wait to see all them orders underneath my promo code.
Yes, sir. And if you guys don't already follow, it's been a long time of us talking.
Yeah.
Throw out your socials real quick.
Yeah, if you guys don't follow me yet, definitely check out JN_Black Lightning on Instagram and Facebook. Just look at Johnson Nasona. Other than that, I ain't got no Twitter or nothing. Actually, I do got TikTok. It's JN Black Lightning. I hardly use it.
What about YouTube?
Oh yeah, YouTube. It's Johnson Black Lightning Nasona. I definitely need to get back more on that.
Yeah.
But if you guys jump on there, subscribe, then I'll start posting a lot more stuff on there. One of the biggest things that I've always had as well is like it gets very difficult creating content when you create so much content, and it's very helpful for us content creators that when you do watch a video and you see what you like, definitely comment on there, like it something, and be like, all right, I want to see more of this, and that'll help us be able to produce things that more people will see. And there's this one little video I found. If there's 200 people that watch my video, there should be 200 fucking likes.
I like that. Yeah. 200 likes, or everybody, it's got 10 likes and fucking 190 haters.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine if you hate it, like it, or comment on there.
So I hate this.
That's fine with me. I mean, we all hate something.
Yeah. I hate bad drivers.
Damn,
y'all heard earlier.
Towards me, but
nah. So, yeah, same thing. Like, follow Sway City Muay Thai Podcast, Relentless Mouth Guards, both on IG. Follow Zach Zabel or Sway City Muay Thai. Those are the other socials that I have. But, it just like what you said, man, like it takes so much time to produce this content, to go through and edit these videos, a lot of times 30 to 60 minutes or more, depending on length of it and how detailed you have to go in. To create a product for you to just see for 5, 10, 15 seconds, it takes us a ton of time and a ton of effort. And when you're trying to do everything else in life, like train, run a business, just make ends meet, and then still go and take the time out to create these videos and edit it, the support really goes a long way. So thank you to anybody that's followed me already, come up and said, you know, I provided value somehow. I really appreciate that. You know, that's one of the main reasons I do it. I don't get paid to do anything but the mouth guards. So, you know, I do this as what we call a labor of love. So, and putting those things out there, and anybody who knows coaching knows you don't make a lot coaching. You don't make a lot as a fighter. Or even as a pro fighter, you make shit when you're an amateur. But support your local fighter, support your local fight team. If they're putting out content, throw a like out there. Just even if you don't fully like agree with that one, or even if it's just that one thing that you're watching, like, oh man, like I'm just gonna show support, and I'll do that for just about anybody. If I see you're trying to build something, if I see that you're putting yourself out there, I'm gonna hit the like button. I'm gonna hit the repost. I'm gonna say. Cool, I'm gonna throw some fire emojis. I'm gonna do something to show that I'm out there supporting you as well. And we gotta get away from that bullshit dating culture stuff where the like means that you're trying to hook up with people. We gotta get away from that, because if I like somebody's photo, that is not what the fuck I'm saying. And you gotta understand that we're all trying to build and grow something. Gotta get away from that nonsense. It's a very small time.
You just gotta stop being full of yourself, because not everybody wants to date.
You know why I put that out there too. And the other side is, even if it's something that you're like, well, you know, if I click this like, it's going to show everybody else that I support this person or whatever. It's not that big a deal. People don't care that much. You know who cares is the person that's getting supported or not. So thank you guys that support. If you're a secret hater but a watcher too, I appreciate you, because you're still getting me my views and all that kind of stuff.
You're mad? Yeah. Let's have a little debate on my post.
Yeah.
But I mean, just
some
like
people are happy to be mad.
Yeah, I mean, I love debating you guys. But just like you were saying as well, if you guys have any photos or videos that you guys like, definitely tag me in there, and I'll be happy to share it on my page.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't follow a lot of people just due to my own personal decisions, but I do watch a lot of people's things, and if you ever tag me in anything, I will share it and hopefully get you a lot of views as well. And that's just showing my little piece back to you guys. But haters and lovers, post on there. If you think a like means that they like you, they don't. And yeah.
Well, and anybody that's out there thinking about doing this is on the fence. We all got to get started somewhere, you know. And the only reason I started this is because a buddy of mine that was planning on hanging out one day, and I was like, hey, you care if I fucking record this and, you know, try that whole podcast thing we were talking about a couple years ago?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, let's do it. So it's just, and if I hadn't gotten positive feedback and positive support then, like, who knows where we'd be right now. So probably not here. So thank you very much to everybody that supported. It truly does mean a lot. It's not something I can overstate how much I appreciate it. And I know you feel that same way, and it comes from having people that have supported you to get to the place where you're at, to have the confidence to put that out there. So, like, thank you to my team. Thank you to my mentor, Crew Jones, Master Sauhin. Thank you to our gym owner, Kyle, Vital Jiu-Jitsu, Sri Suk Muay Thai. And thank you guys for always supporting the Sway City Muay Thai movement, including the podcast and now the mouth guards, the coaching. Man, this is what I want to do. So thanks for the support.